guys, I'm Arika Sato with Neon Tommy. I'm here at the Landmark Theaters for the premiere of Freakonomics at the Westside Pavilion. We're going to talk to Morgan Spurlock, the director of SuperSize Me. I'm really excited because I love that, so let's go check it out. I'm here with Morgan Spurlock, one of the main directors of Freakonomics. So tell me a little bit about the concept of Freakonomics.
Yeah, Freakonomics is based upon the best-selling book by Stephen Levitt and Stephen Dubner, and the idea, which was all Chad Troutwines, who you're going to talk to in a second, he's the producer of the film, was to create an ensemble cast of directors. And so he called upon, some of the people who I'm such a huge fan of, some of the greatest names in documentary films today: Alex Gibney, Eugene Jarecki, Seth Gordon, Heidi Ewing, Rachel Grady, to kind of come in and direct segments. And so when he and I first met, and he goes, "Here's what I want to do. Here's the people I want to go out to," I was like, "Done. Sign me up. I'm in." It's a great idea.
So you have this pay what you want concept going on, and it's at 10 other theaters and here.
I had a friend of mine on Facebook who literally posted the day they did that, "I just got 4 tickets for 4 cents. Who wants to go with me?" And so I'm anxious to see how much people really paid to go to this screening.
What was the most that you've seen so far?
I have no idea. That's what I want to ask tonight. When I go in the room, I want to find out who paid $5, who paid $10, and have everybody raise their arms and then just start knocking them down.
If you weren't the director and you knew about this film, how much would you pay?
If I wasn't the director and I knew about this film, I would probably pay $10.
$10? Yeah. That's actually less than the standard movie price right now, I think.
It is.
I think it's like $12 or something right now.
Yeah, well, you got to think, when I go out on a Friday night, I love documentaries, but I don't go see a documentary first. I go see an action movie or something, because I live in the world of documentary films, and so I don't want to go see that usually on a Friday night. But there are docs that I will rush out to go see, and this is one of those where it's I would go see this movie. But I grew up in West Virginia. In West Virginia, you can still go see a movie for $10.
So for those who are unfamiliar with economics or not interested in it, what kind of mindset should we have before we walk into this movie?
I think the greatest thing is you should have an open mind, because what this film will do is really, really blow the way you look at the world and really shake up the way you think about things. What Freakonomics really did a great job of was using data and information to show that things are more connected than you think. The chapter of the book that I directed was all about naming your kid. Will naming your kid have an impact on them later in life? And what you start to see is, over the course of the piece, is that it will. If you give your kid a name that is very ethnic sounding, or a name that is very kind of obscure or weird, they may have a tougher time later on, just because people will make judgments about them before they even meet them, just based on a resume. And I think that, or email, think about that, or email. So and ignore. That's what it is. It's about ignore. So I think that it will really blow people's minds, this movie.
You've actually created a lot of other documentaries that raise awareness in a lot of important issues in our society. What makes you come up with these ideas? What sparks it?
I don't know, lack of sleep, boredom, frustration. No, it's I pull all of our ideas. Anything that pops into my head comes from newspaper articles, magazines, a conversation I have with someone. There's a show that we're doing right now for AMC, the AMC network, where it was literally an idea that I had while we were getting our movie ready for Sundance 6 years ago, and we tried to pitch it then, but nobody would buy it, and so we're editing it right now. So ideas come from everywhere, and I try to be very open, and the people I meet, the conversations I have, the stuff I read, just so I can try and find things that speak to me as a filmmaker. And I think that if it resonates with me, then there's a potential for it to resonate with somebody else.
You're working on a lot of other projects, including ComicCon Episode 4, about Comic-Con's crazy fans.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, that movie I'm so excited about. It's awesome. I'd never been to Comic-Con before. I grew up loving. I love comic books, and so last year was my first Comic-Con. I was there making the Simpsons special for Fox, and so we were there casting for Simpsons super fans, and I fell in love with the place and the people and what it stood for, and I was like, God, these are my people. I need to make this movie. And then I met Stan Lee that night, and Stan was like, "Oh my God, Morgan, I love what you do. We should make a movie together. We should make a documentary. We should make a documentary about Comic-Con." And I was like, "Yes, we should, Stan." And then literally cut to a year later where we're making this film where we're following 10 different people from all across the world into Comic-Con, who are all there for very different reasons. Whether it's to be a costume designer, or to sell a comic book, or to buy the latest toy. It's a film that I think is very much about passion. I think it's a film about inspiration. For me, this whole world of comic books and comic book book art really inspired me as a kid, and I think this film will show people that it's more than just crazy people putting on costumes. There's a lot more at ComicCon.
So I know you're a journalist,
Yeah.
you're a TV producer,
Yeah.
a screenwriter, a director,
Handsome man.
filmmaker,
You left that part off.
yes, and
Dashingly
all above,
handsome man.
all above.
Yeah.
Do you have time to do other things?
That's a great question. Luckily I love what I do. I love movies. I love watching movies. I love reading. But like for me, like the greatest thing that I can do when I'm not doing my work is spend time with my son. Like for me, the greatest inspiration in my life is him. So whenever I'm not working, all my time and focus is dedicated to that guy because he's awesome.
So I just got done watching the movie Freakonomics, and I definitely learned a lot. It was a really good movie, so you guys should check it out.
Go Trojans.
Go Trojans!